Hello everyone, it's Ash here, Blue Light Cigars, and today I'm going to be doing a bit of a video where it's a video that I've not seen on YouTube at all in relation to this particular humidor. So I've taken hold of the Klarstein, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Klarstein maybe, I think it's a German brand. Anyway, it's their humidor, it's like a wine-ador type thing, similar to the New Air stuff that's over in the States. So I've not seen a single video on YouTube, anybody reviewing these things, unboxing, anything like that. So it's my first time setting up one of these. I've only had sort of desktop Spanish cedar humidors before now. So here's the box. I'll just give you a walk around the box. Apologies for the messy living room. I've got kids, so I'm sure those with kids know what I'm on about. So yeah, that's the box, and I'll come back to you at each stage when I start to unbox it, taking it out of there, showing what it actually looks like, and hopefully showing what the how to set it up. This will be my first time figuring it out, so I'll continue cutting that and unboxing, and then we'll be right back. Okay, I just want to show this part. So when you buy these things directly from the Klarstein website, obviously it gets shipped from Germany. So I just want to show you there's no damage at all to the box, and it comes really well packed. So it's got a sheet of polystyrene there, and then around all of the edges it's got polystyrene, and then I'm presuming this box in the middle here, this is the actual unit. So even if the outer box did take some damage, it would take some serious some serious punctures to actually get through to the unit. I've just seen one bit of damage here where something's punctured the box, but it's only slightly dented the cardboard there, and that wouldn't have done anything to the unit by the looks of it. So yeah, really well packed. Okay, and I'm back. So I've just come off the phone to Klarstein themselves. There's a problem. They normally ship it out with a EU to UK adapter. They haven't done. However, they are sending me one. They're giving the option to send me one, or to give me the exact specification of what the plug was, and if I was to buy one myself, they'd give me a 10% refund, which is it's about a tenner, isn't it? So, which is pretty good of them, fair play. But no, I've asked them to send me one. However, I have asked them what the plug is, what the adapter is, obviously with it being a high-powered item. So if you run into this problem, if you do buy one of these, it is an SCP3, so that's Sierra Charlie Papa 3, 13 amp fused converter plug. So I have bought one on Amazon so that it comes here faster tomorrow, and the Klarstein one should be with me in about 5 days. So I'm just going to get my phone up here so you can see which one I've purchased on Amazon, so you know which one it is. So hopefully you can see that well enough. Not sure how well that's, let's see if I can do this one-handed. There you go. So that is the one. Anyway, let me show you this thing. So I've not powered it up yet, I've not started seasoning. Clearly I've not powered it up, so I've got a plug, I just explained that. So, it's got this nice mirrored finish here. Obviously you can see, it's that glossy, you can see me there, so hello. I'll show you around it. It's not much to see really, so I'm not going to show you the back. So if we open up, now one thing I should say, there is a very noticeable plasticky smell coming from here, so I will have to clean this. And I've seen videos on YouTube where people talk about using distilled water and bicarbonate of soda, and just giving it a gentle rub down in there, leaving it 24 hours, wiping away the residue, which would be a white residue in there, and that should remove the smell. There's a strong smell of cedar coming from there as well, which is nice, but there is that plasticky smell. So I've got some bicarbonate of soda here. If you're not sure where to buy this, it's usually in the baking section of any supermarket. People use it to make cookies and things like that. So yeah, here it is. It's completely modular. All of these shelves they just slide right out. Yeah, every single one of them. The bottom drawer there, it's got this little bowl which you can use to put distilled water in there to season it. I won't be doing that, I'll be using Boveda. However, what I'll be doing to actually season this is a mix of Boveda and wiping these shells down. So I'll be giving them a gentle wipe with a sponge and distilled water, leaving that to settle, and then I'll put probably about 6, maybe 84% packs in there, 60 gram. Now, from my understanding, the 60 gram 84% relative humidity pack will do up to 25 cigars. Now this thing is 500 odd cigars, so I know the math doesn't quite add up there, but they're about nearly a £5 a pack, so I didn't really want to go mad and buying loads of them. But so a mix of the Boveda and a mix of the distilled water to season it, and then once it's all settled, I'll put my 69% Boveda in there, and that should do me nicely. So I will come back to you when I start the seasoning process on this. Oh, sorry, one more thing. Obviously, that comes with an instruction manual there. Okay, so I've emptied the shells from the humidor, and I've now got a little bowl with my distilled water, baking powder. I'm just going to put some. So this is the bicarbonate of soda. When I talk about baking powder, by the way. I'm just going to put a generous amount in there. Apologies, the camera wasn't showing it. I'm just going to give that a swirl around. Might even get a spoon just to swirl it around a bit more. And then what I'll do is, once that's settled, I'll get a clean sponge and I'll just wipe out the inside, which you'll see in just a moment. Okay, so we've got our sponge here now. So we've just wetting the sponge, so there's got the baking soda in here, bicarbonate soda. And then all I'm doing is just literally, apologies, it's pitch black inside of there, so I'm not sure how well you can see. But I'm just giving it a wipe all over, trying to get in all of the nooks and crannies, making sure that I'm giving it a good clean. Then once I've covered all of the plastic, I'm going to let that dry, and it should leave a white residue. So I'll come back once I've finished doing that. Okay, so we're back. Now I've given this a good wipe out. I might need to do it again afterwards, possibly. But hopefully you can see on the walls here, there's this white residue. Now that, apart from obviously these water droplets, all this stuff is all dry and it's just a powder. And I've also put a tray of bicarbonate soda in there, and I'm just going to leave this for up to about 8 hours, I think, with the door just slightly ajar. And yeah, just leave this, hopefully try and get rid of some of the smell. Okay, so I'm just going to start seasoning these cedar trays. So I am going to be using Boveda 84, however I'm going to be doing a bit of a mix of the both. So I'm going to be putting some distilled water over these trays and then finishing off with Boveda 84. So I thought I'd show this quickly. Now I appreciate anybody that's sort of done a humidor before will know these steps. However, I figured they'd be good to include in the video if there's anybody that's watching that isn't familiar with doing it. So it's dead simple. You just want to get a clean sponge, brand new sponge, a little dish with some distilled water in there. It needs to be distilled. Okay, so you don't want it to be soaking wet. You just want it to be enough that that it doesn't drip. And then you just want to gently just rub down the tray so that you can see the colour of the wood starting to go like a darker colour there. And you just go over this, following the grain, until you complete it all over the whole thing. And then do that with all the other trays. And depending on what method you're doing, whether you're doing this or whether you're doing the Boveda 84, if you're just doing it this way, you might need to do it a couple of times. depending on what kind of relative humidity you're looking for. So yeah. Okay, hello everyone. So I've moved the humidor into the position that it's going to be in my living room. The trays, you can see there, the humidity is rising on them. It's closer to about 70% now. Obviously that'll settle over time, so that's going good. I'm just going to leave them there. I have since wiped down all that white residue inside, not that you can see very well here. It was on for about 8 hours or so, so that's completely clean. All I used was a sponge with distilled water and just wiped down and dried it out with a towel. And I'm leaving a tray with the baking soda. Once again, that's bicarbonate of soda. Leaving that in there overnight, and then I'll take it out tomorrow and I will put the cedar trays back in along with Provida 84%, and I'll leave them in there for about a week. Hi everyone, so it's now up and running. I've still got the shelves on top. I have seasoned them once. You can see there with the relative humidity, they've been out overnight. So what I've done is I've had the bicarbonate of soda, baking soda in there for 24 hours, and that has got rid of some of the smell. There is a bit of a smell left in there. However, from reading the instructions, they basically said once you've done that, let it just do a cycle. So just literally turn it on and let it do a cycle for 24 hours just to air it out completely. So I'm going to just set the camera down here for a second so you can hear it. The one thing I would say about it, whilst it looks great and everything, it's quite loud. So I'm just going to set the camera down so the microphone is near the unit, just so you can hear it properly. Now I appreciate that's quite close to it. If I step back, you can probably hear my dog having a drink there, but I would say it's quite loud. If you've got the telly on and stuff like that, it wouldn't bother you, but it is loud, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I might have to keep it elsewhere, I'm not sure. So those are the dials on the front there. You can see here, now that I've got the camera in front of it, it's got a very mirrored effect to it. It's semi-transparent, but yeah, there is this sort of mirrored look to it. So yeah, you've got the various controls here, which is for the temperature, so you can increase and decrease the temperature. I don't know if it applies heat or if it just slows down the fan so that it naturally warms up. I don't know. I think it's the latter. And then obviously there's the light here. You press the light and you can see the light's on and there now. I'm not sure how much it's going to help, that light, because with the various trays there, the light isn't really going to shine through to the bottom. But I'll open it up and just so you can see the light. So that's the light on in there. So there's still a bit of a smell coming from it, this sort of plasticky new smell. It's not as strong as it was, but it's certainly still there. Hopefully after airing it out, that will be less of a smell. So hopefully the next time I come back to you, we should be putting the cedar trays in and sticking our Provida in there and letting it settle. Okay, so the smell is a lot better now. I've still got the soda in there. I'm keeping it in for another 24 hours. However, I've put the shelves and everything in now, and I've got 8 Provida 84. I have seasoned this once with distilled water, but it's dropped again now. Not that that's particularly accurate. So what I'm going to do, just going to place that there for now, and I am going to just place in. There's going to be 4 going in this bottom shelf, and then 1 on each of these. As you can see there, let me turn the light on so you can see that a bit better. So there's 1 on each of these shelves, 4 in the drawer, and then just so I can keep an eye on it over time, I'm just going to place these, apologies, got a few of these different hygrometers, so place them in there, one in say sort of there, and then I'll place another one just in the drawer here, and then I can just keep an eye over time and see how we're getting on. So I'll probably leave that for about 2 weeks. Okay, so the humidor's been moved up into the bedroom. So it's all ready, cigars are in there, it's seasoned, so I'll just show you this quickly. It's very hot and very humid here right now, so when I do open the door the humidity does climb rapidly. I've got 65% Boveda in there, so it should drop pretty quickly, so it's not too bad. So let me just open the door and I'll show you. Got nothing on the top shelves, don't have enough cigars basically. So let's move that. Open the door all the way, that would help. So I've got my cigars there, some of them. I've got a couple of boxes here, got some Oliva Serie Maduros, be doing a review of them. I've got my Bellicosos Serie V, Liga Especial, and then in here, let's move these packs. So I have a mix of Davidoff Nicaragua Toro and Davidoff Nicaragua box pressed, Serio Brasilia, Hoya Red in Toro and Robusto, some Magnum 54s, Serie D, part I guess number 4. I've got a Hoya de Monterey under there as well. So yeah, it's running well so far. As you can see, that's already gone up by 1% relative humidity since it's been opened, 2% now. So I'll close this up again, but hopefully this video has been helpful. I haven't been able to find any other video on YouTube for this particular humidor. Whenever I search for this particular humidor, it's always a video of the New Air 100 from America. So I'm hoping this has been beneficial to you, to see what this humidor looks like, to see how it performs. So far I've been very happy with it. Plenty of space. Like I said, I don't have enough cigars for it right now. Hopefully that will change very soon. But yeah, I've been very happy with it. The only downside, like as mentioned before, is the noise, which hopefully you can hear that. So yes, there we go. Apologies that it's a fairly rushed video, but yeah, hopefully it gives you a bit of an idea of what it's like. Cheers.